it's crazy.
numbskulled and like
it's
the
crazy.
phone and just like at concerts.
It,
Like,
it happens to me too. Like it's crazy.
I mean, it's me too, but it's okay when I do it. So
Yeah. I'm not
everybody
talking about
else,
me. I'm not talking about anyone in this room.
yeah. But we're talking
We're
about
God's perfect little angels.
yes,
clearly.
yes, precisely. Yes. But the other people though, oh my god.
Yeah.
Problem.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Break. Today I have with me one of my co-producers, Ash Casanova.
Hello.
We're also missing Morgan today, unfortunately. Also joining us, I have my showrunner, Chris.
Hi.
And joining us for a brand new episode of Poddy Break, we have stand-up comedian. He has a brand new comedy special on Comedy Central on YouTube. Check it out. He also has a brand new podcast called Finding My Audience and a new album coming out, Allen Strickland Williams. Yes,
Hi,
welcome,
everyone.
welcome.
Thank you guys for having me so much. It's fun. Glad to be here.
Yes,
Thank you.
happy to have you. Welcome. So, okay, when did you start stand-up comedy?
I started like 100 years ago in like 2011. I think was when I really like started. I think
Post-recession. Okay.
Yeah, totally. No, it was like totally like I got laid off and like stared doing stand-up.
Really?
Like,
Wait, what'd you get
lot.
laid off from?
I got laid off from NBC Universal. It was at the time. This was before it was and then the entire department I worked at got shut down like literally a month later. So I was like, big whoop.
At least you left sinking ship.
But yeah, I was over there like right down the road, or maybe I don't know. If but yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that like brought you to stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that is kind of like a common like. The lowest point in your life
the
is when
gateway
you
drug?
Yeah,
getting let go.
totally, yeah.
Yeah, so compile it with stand-up then.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a crazy thing actually did happen. I was like, I got laid off in December, and I was going home, and I would like, I'd only lived here for like a year, so God, maybe it was even before that. But
Wow.
anyway, because I moved here in like 2008, but
Where'd you move from?
I was from.
Sorry.
I'm from Florida, so.
Oh, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm from the Duh part. I'm
Like
from outside
North Florida?
Jacksonville. Yeah.
Oh, I'm from North Florida too.
Oh no shit! Yeah, I'm from Orange Park.
Wait, what's like the biggest like city next?
Jacksonville.
To that? Oh, okay, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'm from like Destin.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit!
uh-huh.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
You guys are like cousins.
Florida girl. Okay. Yeah, the Florida poll is so crazy.
It is. Florida from California. It's a
Well,
pipeline.
and that so like when I moved here, I was like, oh, this is like the better version of
Florida.
Yeah.
No, literally, it is.
But so I was going back home for the holidays, and I didn't know, I hadn't told my family yet. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But when I was going home, went through LAX. The TSA guy like looked at my ID and he goes, Allen Strickland Williams, and I go, yes, and he was like. You have to squeeze the dream for all it's worth because no one's going to squeeze it for you. And I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, I got it. I'll do stand up when I get back. Like,
Dude.
okay, fine.
Was bro like a prophet or what? Like
I was like,
your guardian angel?
Does he say this to all like the sad looking white boys like as they're leaving LAX or something like that? Like what's going on?
TSA is really digging deep now. I thought it was just like.
What are they paying
Is this a
them?
euphemism? I don't know.
I'm like, yeah. I was like, did that really happen or am I making this up?
They're paying them in freaking
but-
wisdom, bro. Like
But yeah, that basically is. I was like, okay, that happened, and then I came back, and that's when I kind of like started doing stand up. Like, a lot.
wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so like what gave you like your start into your stand-up career?
I'm literally just going to open mics.
That's
I mean,
it?
like
Nice.
I'd always written down stuff. Like I've kind of always been like a little writer or whatever, pretending to be one. And I did some sketch comedy in college.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I didn't. Nothing stand up really, but then I got out here and like I didn't know anybody,
Right.
And I was like, I don't really want to do improv, but I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what can you do if you don't know anyone? Stand up, you can just go and do it yourself. So I did that, and then I made friends through that, and that's kind of like, it kind of was like those first couple of years, which can be usually really rough, were really fun, and I got some like kind of good breaks early on,
Yeah.
and that made it like, a lot of people move here, I think, and like it's really tough, and it is tough. It can
Yeah.
be super tough out here. But because it was so nice, so easy, and because I was coming from Florida, I'm like, I'm going to die here. Like, this is it. This is it for me. This is great. I
That's
love
exactly how I feel though. I can't lie.
No,
Like,
totally.
Well, it's just also the networking is just so much better here. It's like you can make friends easier here. I don't know what it is about Florida. Everyone's just in a slower pace. I feel like it's the retirement community. It's just like
It's so funny you say that because every time I come home, and it gets worse every year because it's like, we drive in LA, but like my family, like we can't, I'm not allowed to drive because
No.
I'm just like, I'm always like too slow. Too slow. We have to go. You're dying.
No, literally. That's how I feel though. And it's like, it's so crazy the amount of people I can pass in Florida. I mean, some people are really fast in Florida because you know you got those speed people, the speed speed devils.
They're on the bath salts and everything.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But like the majority of everybody there is so slow paced. I find that to be like the common factor with the South. Everyone there is just at a slow pace. I don't get it.
And that's what they're like. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, and that's cool. That's cool. But it
Not
is, you know, like, unless I'm in total vacation mode, I'm like, I probably have somewhere I need to be. Like,
honestly,
you know.
not even in vacation mode. Like I'm trying to get to my like activity. Like I'm even to that I'm rushing. I rush to everything. I can't help it. And I think that's genetic. My grandma does it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a rusher. I can't help it. I don't like having like any downtime.
Really?
I even talk fast because I don't like wasting time.
Yeah. I can tell. Yeah. That's good though.
But after you know, like a lot of open mics and stuff like that, how'd you kind of like make the switch to, I guess, more professional stand-up?
I kind of just like I got on Connan. I got to do Connan,
right,
and that was
okay. That's cool.
That really was like a big thing where it was like, oh, then I'm booking clubs and now I'm headlining more, and then kind of, you know, it goes up and down for sure. But that was probably like the big thing that sort of like gave me a stamp or whatever you want to say, you know.
Conan's fucking sick, dude.
Dude, I love it. Was because I was a page at NBC before I got the job that I got laid off from, and pages are like, I don't even know if they really exist anymore but anyway, they do tours. They do a lot of like jobs within the company. Yeah. They wear little suits. It's very cute.
Very cutesy.
But so when I was there, Jay Leno still had his show, and so like we would work. I would see some of the dress rehearsals of that, and like, no, I'm not trying to talk shit about Jay Leno, but
please do. And look into the camera when you do it, please.
Jay, I will never forget what you said to me. No. Jay was actually super nice, but I will say that like you would see the dress rehearsals sometime, and they were pretty like routine, and like he was pretty like he showed up, he did his thing, he left. Yeah. When I did Connan, you know, you're in the green room, and they have like the whatever you call it, the TVs. You can see the rehearsal feed. Oh. He is like in the muck and the mire on every joke. He cares about comedy so much, and I was just like, it felt very cool to like. It felt like I was in the TV. I was like, what? You're really talking to me? This is weird.
I'm not going to lie. I probably would have been like pants a little bit if it was Connan like that.
And he's so tall. Like, he's very imposing. I was very nervous because I thought I was going to be I think Adam Pally was on that show too. And he was doing this long story about how he like pooped his pants in Las Vegas or something.
I love that.
And I was like, I'm gonna get bumped because he's telling a story about pooping his pants, and now I'm gonna poop my pants. Like,
I would have been mad if his time like ran off so long to where like your jokes just got cut off.
I know,
like, a shit story, a literal shit story. But it didn't, right?
It all worked out.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. All the right amounts of poop and jokes.
So wait, how did you go from being like a page? I know you got fired from that, but like,
not
to bring it up again, but like, how'd you get like to get in with Connan though?
So that was through, you know, just doing sets around town. The booker had seen me. And so when it got to the point that I got a manager and they like broached that topic, the booker was already like, he already knew who I was and he already liked what I did. And I when I started stand up, I pretty much only told very short one-liner jokes. When you start headlining, it's like you got to fill time. So it's like I've definitely evolved from that. But that works very well for late night, and they really liked that. So I think it was pretty like, because sometimes it can take a long time, like even if you start the process of like getting notes with the booker and all that good stuff. I think from start to finish, it was basically like 6 months from like talking to getting on the show. And then the set went very well. Like it was I was so nervous, but it went really well, and so it kind of worked out. But yeah, that was sort of like how it, and like I probably just from doing like, they don't really happen as much anymore. Oh, the other thing I should promote: if anyone out there lives in Billings, Montana, I never expected that comedy would take me to Montana, but I'm doing something called the Big Sky Festival, October 1st, October 5th. So for the Billings fans,
Y'all be there.
Yeah.
Montana bitches.
But yeah, I don't even know really what I was talking about. But yeah, anyway, had to get that plug in. I knew there was something. I'm just so scatterbrained.
I wish I was making a joke right now, but we are like 2 months ahead of schedule. So,
oh right. Oh great. So never mind.
Oh,
Oh wait,
dang.
build a time machine and,
Yes.
and go back.
I'll see.
And if-
This is like a really clever way to get me to release this episode sooner.
There you go.
Actually,
Yeah.
you should just do that.
Well, it's not
yeah.
till October, so at least there's
Well, there is
I'll
time.
I'll figure out something.
I also look really good in this episode. I did my makeup for one, so I think we should really.
Yeah,
I think we
see?
should push it.
See?
Yeah, I'm
For
helping.
Myra.
Got you,
Okay.
dude.
All right. Myra, can I talk to you later?
All right. Hold on.
we're all in trouble.
And if they don't get a time machine and go back in time, if it is released late, they're fake fans.
See, there you go.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
and that's just the truth.
Use
of
it
the
as
matter.
incentive to
Yeah.
figure out time travel.
And then
No, they will.
and then kill Hitler.
Yes.
On the stop.
And while they're at it,
if
'cause
there's
they-
time. If
Yeah.
there's time.
And if
Come to
there's
the
not,
shows.
yeah. If
Show
there's not,
first.
yeah. Get your priorities straight, please, for the love of God. And while you're at it, like if you could cure cancer, I don't know, like it'd be cool.
And invest in Bitcoin. Really early.
I mean,
yeah.
if they make,
Maybe
they can make time.
Microsoft too.
Huh?
Google's another good one to invest in. Yeah.
They could use Google.
Yeah. Invest or just like make it yourself.
Yeah.
Invest, because if the guy makes it, it's gonna,
Yeah, you know why
you're gonna screw it up.
you'd be
Although
like,
if they're smart enough to make a time machine, maybe they would make a good Google.
Give me like one of those Starbucks coffees, I'll do anything. I'm telling you, dude. That shit had me so cracked out the last time I had one. I'm serious.
Which one?
I just had like a regular iced latte. It was just a caramel vanilla latte.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was cracked the fuck out. I mean, I only drink water, so I don't really have
Right on.
caffeine.
Right
but
on.
like I
don't drink coffee, and so when I do drink it, I'm like,
cracked out, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I really try to save it for if I'm driving a long distance.
Yeah.
Or like I really am like so like. Oh, that was just, okay. I was like, wow, that'd be a good podcast, earthquake podcast.
It's just an earthquake.
By the way,
segment.
the last we had that earthquake maybe like 2.5 weeks ago now or
We
whatever.
did?
It
Oh, I
was
probably
like
wasn't here.
and it was pretty like moving.
It was a 4.7.
and so like
How
there's
long was it?
It was a good
it was
amount.
it was like so there was enough time for me to like start to go under my desk and then I went nah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I was just like whatever. I just started
accept
laughing.
your fate.
You really learned a lot about yourself. I'm like,
Okay.
you know what? Let it crush me.
It might be a
worth
Floridian thing because I also do not take earthquakes seriously.
No.
It's got to be going for like a long time, and it's got to be like really violent for me to be like, all right, I guess I'm moving.
It was like building up, dude. Like I was like, this might be too much, but I was like in the bathroom, and I was like,
Here we go.
I was like, priorities here. Like, what do I?
Well, Florida's like we're post earthquake. We're sinkhole.
Yeah.
We're sinkhole country. So
Dude.
it's like just like a huge.
Sinkholes seem way scarier.
Oh, they're insane.
because
oh,
there's no
they're insane.
sign, right?
Yeah,
it just
no.
happened.
It just
Yeah.
happened. Well, because all of Florida is built on a natural aquifer. I'm remembering my like 4th grade, whatever.
Hell yeah, geography.
but so it's all like just like very soft limestone.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
So
the
these
limestone.
like caverns and caves exist under there. And then if there's like, movement in the earth or whatever, an entire like hole, literally a hole will form and it'll like form a perfect circle. And it's like, houses gone, people asleep gone,
Yeah.
like just crazy.
Yeah, no, it's just like.
God is like, no more.
It's literally sinking into the, I mean, whatever.
Crazy.
Literally everything else to me sounds scarier than an earthquake. Like tornadoes
Oh
sound
god,
way
yeah.
worse.
I lived in Alabama for a little
Sinkholes.
bit.
Oh, tornadoes are deadly.
Yeah, they're scary.
And they're so how like they'll just go
just go
through
anywhere.
and one house will be completely gone and what is crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's
they're like
scary.
unpredictable, kind of.
I was in a
like,
lot
yeah.
of tornadoes as a kid, like a lot of
Yeah.
tornado trauma right here. I hate tornadoes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hate them. Like they don't really scare me anymore. But it's like, oh god, I remember this one time I was like a kid and like we were all like, dude, they had us do this dumbass thing where they put you put your head in like the cement wall and your butt in the air.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck is that gonna save? Like what?
That's like a perv thing or
and
something.
you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's a perfect.
Yeah.
And you know what it was? It
Oh,
was
those are
humiliating.
children.
Every other kid had no problem doing it. I was humiliated. I was actually like, I'd rather die. I
Yeah.
actually like as a 5-year-old in kindergarten, I was literally like, I would rather die.
Well, that's like too. It's like
humiliating.
Pompeii. You see like how the people died. Like they're
Literally,
still,
like
I'm
that.
like, you just want a whole room of kids like with their butts in the air. Like,
No, dude, I was trying to run. I was like, if anybody can outrun it, it's me, bro.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I did a mile in 6 minutes. I was like, I got this,
Okay,
guys. Let me
yeah,
go
all
get the
right,
fuck
okay.
out of here. But
Also,
yeah, no, I
it's
hate
just-
tornadoes.
There's also like, there's some things I don't want to survive, and I think a tornado is one of them. So I just want, what's the quickest thing that's gonna take me out?
I feel like you could have a tornado-proof suit. It's just wind.
tornado-proof suit.
I
Just
know,
like a
because
you're
it's
supplement.
gonna land. It's how,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
just wind, bro.
All right.
I don't know.
Use these cinder blocks.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking cinder
That's what they're
blocks.
used for.
It was a good idea on paper.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Our studio is top notch.
Am I the only one kind of waiting for Florida to sink though?
Yeah, I mean it's it's a matter of time.
I know.
I am going. I will be there in. This is not a plug. Mom and Dad, I'll see you in.
Plug in Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Shout out Mom and Dad.
Yeah, Mom, Dad,
Our
sister.
sponsors today, Mom and Dad.
So I hope it doesn't sink before then. I would like to, go there for that. But
Yeah, no, it'll probably hold out for you.
So speaking of going home to see family, I usually hear when I hear like comedians like talk about like growing up, I feel like most of them say that they weren't even the funniest people in their family. Does that like ring true to you? Do you think you were the funniest one?
Oh, I was the funniest one.
Yeah,
but,
no, deadass,
no. But I do have. My dad's kind of funny, but my sister's super funny too. My sister and I have always like had a little, and she actually started doing stand up. So we plug Allison Coleman in Athens, Georgia.
Shout out Allison Coleman.
But she's very funny. But my uncle, my dad's brother, is like this former model, now yoga teacher, very smart, very, very outrageous. Like when when you're a kid and just like an adult saying something crazy is like, what? Like, wait, what? They don't normally talk like that. He was like that at the dinner table all the time. So I'm like, he to me is like,
Your
probably
inspo?
pretty funny up there, for me. But yeah,
What was like one of the things he'd bring up?
he would just literally say like I'll tell you what he does now. Now what he does is he talks about his OnlyFans. He doesn't have an OnlyFans, but he talks about his OnlyFans all the time. So he was that vibe.
Bro's manifesting.
That vibe. I'll tell you a good story about him. So my grandfather was a Southern Baptist preacher. He was like ran out of the church that he founded. My uncle didn't like this. My uncle was maybe like 16 at the time. My uncle prayed for the church that my grandfather built to burn down.
Oh.
The church was struck by lightning.
Yeah!
It burned down. And my uncle went to the Wendy's across the street and ate a Frosty while he watched the church burn down.
Oh my God.
my
So
Iconic.
that's a little like a taste of
Iconic.
Uncle
That's so-
Andy.
Listen,
That's so much power for someone to have.
I'm
Oh,
not.
it went straight to his head too because he's insane.
Bro started praying for everything.
Oh, so prayer works. Prayer works.
Yeah,
I just
yeah. Guys know.
I can imagine every time he's like slightly inconvenienced, he just gets a little bit quiet and like starts muttering to himself.
I could use a
Bro starts
Frosty
holding
right
the
now.
Frosty. Everyone starts sweating
exactly.
like, oh my God. I also grew up Southern Baptist though, so okay.
No
I'm not
shit.
going to pray for a church to burn, but I do like a good revenge story.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we love our food, so the Wendy's part of it works in. Yeah, casserole, Bibles and casseroles. That was a big part of life.
Damn.
That's so funny. Wow, Destin. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like what? Like, not like at most, like what? Like 5? I think Jacksonville is like 5 hours away.
That's not
at
far.
most.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Yeah, North Florida. Okay. I never meet anybody from North Florida. Every time I say I'm from Florida, they're like, Miami?
I know. I'm like, no, the worst part.
Yeah, like the part that nobody knows about and the like most politically insufferable part. Like,
the sticks.
yeah, literally. Oh, yeah, it is the sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. People do call it the sticks. Where did it get? I never knew it was called the sticks until I moved out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was living in the sticks without knowing I was in the sticks. So
Yeah.
that was really humbling to come out here and realize
I thought I was in the boonies, but I was in the sticks.
Oh, yeah,
And
no, I think you were in the boonies.
I was
I was
probably
in the
in the
sticks.
boonies.
Yeah.
Boonies adjacent.
Yeah, I know. It's just a little far down yonder.
What is that?
Over there?
Yeah, yonder.
Over there? Over yonder. Yeah, there you go.
What is that even? What are the sticks and what are the boonies?
Okay,
Like,
so
what
the
does that mean?
boonies.
It's like the outskirts.
Yeah,
or-
like the outskirts, and I would say like the boonies kind of gives beach vibes, like beach vibe boonies. Like,
oh,
you know,
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never put that together, but I like that. Yeah.
That's the association I have with the word boonies. The sticks is like the woods, the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Like, which is so weird because I actually was on the beach, but it did feel like like some parts was like southern, like motherfuckers wearing camo, spitting dip and shit, like Trump flag, like
Well, and straight
the
up,
sticks. Yeah.
we're swamp people.
Oh, you're
like
swamp
it's so swampy.
So then
where
you
I'm
are the
from.
boonies.
Yeah.
I think
So
that
that's
is the
boon- yeah.
I don't know. That kind of is stick vibes though. I don't know. It could be interchangeable, but like I wouldn't call us the boonies because when it's the beach, it's just it's very liberal. It is the beach.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
when it's the sticks.
So
it's the
totally,
motherfucker.
beach has its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was from the nice area, guys. I wasn't from the gross part. I was from the rich part on the beach. Just letting y'all know. But I was born in Alabama and like literally so southern, so trashy, so
I was
white
born
trash.
in Dallas.
Oh,
but yeah. So
okay, so southern to pipeline, southern pop. It's like a pipeline. You go from like a southern state to Florida to California. I swear,
yeah.
I've met so many people like this.
Yeah.
You're like not the first or second.
No.
At least third, at least.
Yeah. I'm just keeping on a tradition of going down that old dusty trail.
No,
you know?
yeah. Yeah, it is dusty down there. It's more human, but yeah. So wait, how did you like get your Comedy Central special? I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So I'm trying to remember exactly how that worked now. I think that basically you don't audition, but like you submit a tape.
Oh.
And so it's like, they're half hours. So it's like you
Okay.
submit a half-hour tape. And it feels a little weird calling them specials, but now specials are like whatever you want them to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Yours is official though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God, Comedy Central certified.
But yeah, so I there's like a team that does it, and I think I submitted maybe it was the third year I submitted, maybe it was the second year, I don't remember. But you basically just submit a tape. You try to book shows where you can do like a long set and have a good crowd, and then whenever the time I did it, they were like, yeah. And then we did it out in, they were like, bet. They were like, say less.
He's got Gen Z lingo.
Yeah.
Educated.
I feel like it's like all, I don't know, I just absorb it all or whatever. But
Like a sponge.
it's, I did that, and you shoot them in New Orleans. So it was like crazy because I'm like, okay, I got this thing that's awesome. But now I'm in like the den of debauchery, and I locked myself in my hotel room for like 2 days before I shot it, just so I was like, let's have the drinks after the show. Like, you know. Although I did in my half hour, they did let me bring a martini out on stage, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Did you drink it at all?
I did drink a little bit. And here's a funny story about the half hour is like, I'm doing it. I'm in got my little outfit on, looking cool. Got my little drink waiting for me. I come out. I do the first joke. And the special's great, but it went well in a way that just like I felt like I got this, and so I went to go take a drink, and in the martini I see a fly. Oh, and I'm like, whatever, that's Hollywood.
You didn't come up with an impromptu bit about a fly.
I didn't clue them into it. That's for the story after, but
yeah, it's like a worm in tequila. You know, this is a fly in a martini.
Yeah.
It's a little off.
I was like, huh, okay. But I was like, that's what it always is. It's always like, hey, we got you this cool treat, but there's a fly in the martini.
At least it was sterile.
Yeah, that's fine. Fly was having a good time.
Yeah, what a metaphor, you
It
know?
was actually just a garnish.
I was the fly. I was the fly. Wow.
It was me. I was the fly. I was there actually.
That little fly was me.
But yeah, so the comedy special went really good.
Yeah, it was a good time. It is a little, I will say it is a little like, you know, I shot it in 2019 and they put it online now, but so it does, you know, it's like literally from the before times.
No, okay,
but,
right. Before 4 times.
Before times,
my
yeah,
God, dude.
yeah. But it came out great, and you know, it got some love on the posting. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
Do you think it like
congrats on
still
that.
tracks, you know, like pre-pandemic to now?
I think so, and even some of the stuff that is a little more dated or whatever you want to say, like even that still like we're still dealing with the same shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
It's
I feel like it's refreshing because like pre-COVID era was like truly the golden days for me personally. I wasn't alive before the actual golden days, so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, those are the golden days. Post-COVID.
No, I totally hear you.
Yeah. So, but then you started doing your podcast, right?
Yeah, well, I started that a couple months ago. Basically, since then, I've just been like touring here and there. I've had a couple luck with selling some stuff, like, but it's all to like, you know, remember when there was like all these like Quibi and like all these different like companies, like I like got in on that racket a little bit. But no, that stuff exists anymore. But so
okay,
like
seen
I
on
was,
TV era.
yeah, exactly. So I was kind of did that, and then I've done odd jobs and stuff too. But yeah, basically what I've been doing recently is I started the podcast called Finding My Audience as a way to just sort of be like, hi, I'm here. if you like this, if this is for you, there's a place for us. And then also
Sounds like a cult.
well, I do kind of feel, it feels like everything out here is a little bit like followers. How are you? How many followers do you know? It's like,
Now I'm getting the Joel Osteen vibes.
oh, by the way, I have some literature that I'd like you guys to read afterwards. I'm here to convert everybody.
Can I see it?
That's why you brought the cookies.
Long game.
The Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
You brought the cookie Kool-Aid.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my God, y'all.
It was a family recipe.
It's all-
it's very good.
It's all coming together. You're not slick.
Damn.
However, I would like to join. The
Yeah,
treats were amazing. I would like to, I am interested.
Great. We'd love to have you.
Guys, I think I joined a cult.
You're just gonna be the recruitment tool. Like, look, Myra's in.
I mean, I'm in it. Everybody cool's doing it. Why don't you do it?
It's just fun. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Thomas.
Look how much fun we're having, guys.
This could be you.
I love manipulative advertisement. Oh God, it's so great.
Yeah.
All advertisement.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw an ad for TikTok. Now they do ads for TikTok before a movie.
Oh my God.
And so, but it was so funny because it was like, on TikTok, our function means you can hide words that you don't want to see of like content you don't want to see.
Right.
And the words that we were just talking about this, but the words they put up were disaster and hurricane. And then like, and so like the girl using TikTok types it in, and then like these images of that disappear, and then the narrator voice goes, "That's one less thing to worry about." I'm like, oh my God,
that is so dystopian.
I was at
oh my God.
I was doing shows up in San Francisco, and I think I was seeing some concerts or something, but I went out one night just to get fast food, and I was like, I think I got high or something probably. And I was like, those things are somewhat connected, I think. But I go into the drive-thru of a Jack in the Box or whatever up there, and there's one of those, like, have you seen around town these like police sentry type things where it's like a weird like stand and then
has, like the lights on it. Yeah.
Yes. And so there's like this thing in this parking lot, and I'm in the drive-thru, and then just the thing starts talking, and it goes like. It's like, welcome to Jack in the Box.
No.
We are here for your safety. And I was like, oh my God, it's like straight up Idiocracy shit.
Yeah. That's actually creepy.
It's so creepy. But I was like, I'm going to leave. But then like right when you decide you're going to leave the drive-thru, that's when someone comes in right behind you. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm getting these chicken tenders. But, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the robots. Is that just me? They're kind of cute.
Okay.
They're kind of sweet.
The little wheeling ones?
They
The
mean no
wheelie ones.
harm. Yeah. Oh my God, I love the one. Have you seen the guy who's like been bullying them on the side?
Yeah, I was
that.
just about to bring that up. It makes me. I don't know why, but it makes me feel so
'Cause
sad.
they
It
look
makes me
cute.
so
Yeah.
sad.
And they have expressions.
yeah. And I don't know, I can't. And they have names.
Yeah.
They have names.
Like Herbert.
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
see.
lie.
I was driving home the other day, and I was at the stop sign, and I saw one, like wait, and then I went like, you can go if you want, and it like.
It went?
It was like I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot compute.
But I was like, who am I talking to? This little, what am I
Telling
doing?
him to go.
It got me.
I kind of want to steal one for a pet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Should we?
I don't know how like transients don't just have like screwdrivers, like kidnapping these things.
Yeah.
Like, what are the
Yeah.
goods in there?
I mean, I imagine. They have trackers because the door dashing. But
And then you just like let them go.
yeah,
Or
they should
ransom?
release them
You want to ransom?
into the wild.
Yeah, there you go.
where they belong.
There you go.
Just roaming in the sticks.
That'd be so funny if you're like your plane crashes, you're like in the wilderness, and then you're like, oh, I hope someone saves you, and then like a little robot rolls out. You're like, what the fuck?
That would be so
But
cute.
it's like there's just like a 7-Up in there. You're like, all right, I guess that's kind of cool.
It's like the real life Wally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, wouldn't that kind of prevent a lot of like accidents? Like, wasn't there just that monsoon in that, what was it? The Grand Canyon. There was that monsoon,
Yeah,
and a
so
lot
floods,
of people.
yeah.
Imagine if there was a bunch of little Wallies out there.
Saving people.
Yep.
And what are you doing, Elon Musk? Where are
Yeah. Instead, the
you're
robots
listening.
are just gonna like, work in a warehouse or something. They're not gonna be out in the world. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the robots working in the warehouse and it got exhausted and it broke down?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It was
like-
really sad.
I was like, been there.
How do you like that? Yeah. Now you know how we feel, buddy.
No one wants to work anymore.
I actually feel bad for the robot, so I can't help it. Like, and I don't believe that they can't not have like some type of little feeling, like a pet, bro. Like,
isn't that what they're saying? It's gonna like
develop sentience.
Well, I'm
not
always,
against it.
My thing is, I'm always worried about like it's like we make them do art stuff, but then like they're not good at the art, so like the hands look weird and stuff, and then everyone makes fun of it. I'm like, I don't know if you want to be making fun of the robots and their art, because what if they remember that?
And the last time we made fun of someone's art,
exactly.
6 million people died.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, they just like make our hands look like their AI hands. We're like, what?
As a punishment.
Oh yeah, the first thing they come for is the hands. You said you only had 5 fingers. Now you have 4. It's like, damn.
But the thing is, I'm not against them becoming sentient. Like, I have no beef with them. The thing is, I feel like people who have beef with them are scared that they'll become sentient. Like, I personally know if they become sentient, they're not gonna have problems with me.
I wish some humans would become sentient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. We were actually just talking about that like recently, about like how everyone has like just gotten so
it's crazy.
numbskulled and like
it's
the
crazy.
phone and just like at concerts.
It happens to me too. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, it's me too, but it's okay when I do it. So
Yeah. I'm not
everybody
talking about
else,
me. I'm not talking about anyone in this room.
yeah. But we're talking
We're
about
God's perfect little angels.
yes,
clearly.
yes, precisely. Yes. But the other people though, oh my god.
Yeah.
Problem.
Wait, so we're from Florida. Where are you from, Amy?
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona.
Okay.
I was born in
The
Atlanta.
Florida of the
but
West.
Yeah,
It
for
is,
real.
though.
Yeah, good old Yuma, Arizona, border town here.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been.
I was
kinda
like,
near-
don't lie.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
say like.
I've been to Bisbee.
Okay,
Isn't
yeah.
that kind of near there?
It's It's
Yuma's
enough.
supposed to be like the sunniest place in the world, or
It
something.
is the sunniest place in the world.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is that annoying
yeah.
though?
Is that annoying?
Yeah.
You will die.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just so hot. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like, okay, take a whack. My mom was telling me her electric bill for 1 month. Just take a guess, wild guess what it is in Yuma, Arizona.
300.
I was
gonna
gonna say 350.
500
$500
I was gonna say 5, and you can
Yo.
play
She
last
wins.
too because
She wins and they lose out there.
I'm gonna edit out that part. where
Don't
said
you dare!
500.
I was saying 5.
Myra wins, okay? Yeah, $550
Ridiculous.
for a month. And if you don't pay it, like they can't shut off your electricity because you will die.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
yeah.
So you can just not pay.
Oh,
it.
that's
You can
the
just, not
loophole.
until in winter, then you're fucked.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people inhabit that part of the earth. I don't get why there's civilizations there. I thought the people
Yeah.
were supposed to go with the water. There's none there.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody noticed.
It's
Yeah.
the runoff of the Colorado River. Like they have like old
Runoff?
huts, yeah, and they're just like put like blankets in water and like hang them in the doorways so like any little bit of breeze would like cool down.
That's like actually
Why?
Oh,
terrifying.
I mean,
Go,
swamp
like-
coolers.
Yeah.
We used to do that.
Yeah.
I think everyone
This is
should
like
just
bad.
leave collectively.
Yeah, go 3 more hours.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
pick a direction.
Literally.
My theory is that those are all the people they gave up on the way to California when they were
Right.
first original. Like,
Right.
California's too far. We'll just stay here.
Yeah, it was like the
has to
gold
be.
rush, and they're just
Yeah.
like too dumb and like thought copper was gold.
Yeah, and like back then, that's like months of
copper out
travel. You
Yeah,
know?
I guess
so
you're
it's like,
right.
all right, I'm not gonna do another 2 months.
But
I
there
don't-
are mountains. Like I mean,
Yeah.
like it is the last stop before like big mountains, so it makes sense.
And what is it? They got that painted forest out there.
We're known for our prison.
Oh my god.
I swear to
oh,
God.
fancy.
Yeah, our high school mascot was the Criminals.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
It started in the
Wow.
prison. That's like,
Is that good for growing brains?
I mean, it's the only mascot you can actually grow up to be.
Please.
One day,
I mean,
I'm gonna
she
be a criminal.
escaped.
That's so funny. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, they patented it. Like, no one's fighting you for that.
Nobody
You
in high
can
school
have
wants
it.
to be the criminals, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, they might as well just call it the inmates. Like, just call it that. Like, Jesus. I mean, but I don't understand why people live there. Like, you escaped. So why I understand way back when the gold rush, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Right now, to this day, Arizona, why do people live
I
there?
think it's gotta be pretty cheap, right?
It's
No
very
way.
cheap.
Besides the
they're-
electric.
AC.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yuma's like
right,
the
yeah.
Marines. Like, that's like, has like one of the third largest Marine bases
think
in the
I would-
world.
Gotcha.
I would go on the run. If they sent me there, I would go on the run.
For sure.
AWOL.
Yeah, AWOL. I'll go AWOL. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for real. Like, you're not gonna get but like 2 minutes. It's fucking sun is so bad.
How many bodies are out there? Above or below the ground? I'm just wondering.
Well, they can. It's like when
Thousands. Oh, well, they have to disappear quickly because of fucking sun.
the water kept going down outside of wherever they would dump the Lake Mead in Vegas. And so eventually it's like all the bodies that were buried, like back in the 60s when like Vegas was like made into Vegas, are like now like showing up. I'm like,
that's disgusting.
yeah, the less water we have, the more we're going to see how bad we were like 70 years ago.
Yeah, wasn't the Mafia like running Las Vegas back
totally.
then?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why
They kind of
Okay.
still do.
It's like the worst time capsule.
Yeah. So
They
I don't
just they
remember.
call themselves unions now.
Yeah. Okay.
No way.
Anyway, so the Mafia.
Yeah, cartel union.
Yeah, he's over real. I actually think I talked to somebody in the Mafia at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a weird situation. I had to block him on everything. He still kind of was able to contact me, but
Just
yeah.
some Italian guy.
Yeah,
No,
I was
he
like,
wa-
were you kidnapped?
No, he was just
So my name is Papa
aggressively.
John.
He was aggressively Italian, and he worked for the Kardashians, like as their private like security guard.
Oh,
and
interesting.
it was just like,
oh boy.
and then he was always just so secretive about everything, and then also like very misogynistic, like extremely misogynistic. I did not know Mafia people were so misogynistic. I mean,
That's like the second big thing about them.
I
is
did
the
not.
misogyny.
I think they've made some gains in the feminism space.
Yeah,
I would say, based on my recent experience,
No.
no.
They've actually gone backwards.
They
Yeah,
let women
I know.
run drugs now. It's fine.
Actually, the leading factor to why I blocked him, it wasn't like his like scariness. It wasn't like the aggressive Italianness. It was the fact that he said he would never go down on a woman. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, blocked.
That is a horrible human
I
being.
didn't respond.
Nah.
I just blocked him.
No.
Yeah.
Conversation's over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. Alan, what are your
Relationship
views
over.
on that?
Totally pro.
Rude.
Totally pro. I am a pro, and I'm totally pro, and yeah, it's great.
Just shredding that. No, I don't know.
No, fuck that
I did
guy.
hear one time a girl I was with said that I took this as a compliment, maybe it wasn't, but she was like, "You eat pussy like a lesbian." I'm
Oh,
like,
no, that is a
That's
huge
right.
compliment. That's a big
I'm like,
compliment.
okay,
No,
great,
we
great.
freaked the fuck out. We're like, whoa, holy shit.
Hold on,
Yeah.
calm down, boy.
That's the biggest one. Like, who was she? Can we talk to her?
We can
you
get
call her?
I'll get her team in contact with you.
Please, yeah. We'd like to send some emails or something.
Sure. Go on a FaceTime.
No, that's actually a huge compliment.
That is huge.
I'll take it then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think we were recently discussing
You literally like yesterday.
get off on men doing it, only women.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's the biggest compliment. Okay.
Yeah, that's just why he keeps his face so like baby smooth. You
Yeah.
know, just like
I
ready
didn't
to
notice
go.
that. You're right.
I'm just naturally angelic. That's
You know-
all that is.
Y'all, Alan Smith has it all. He's funny and he eats pussy.
Yeah.
Ladies, watch out.
I don't know who Alan Smith is.
I'm
but
sorry.
he sounds like-
Alan fucking.
sounds like a cool guy.
Alan fucking.
Strickland.
Alan
Strickland Williams.
Alan eats pussy good, Williams.
Yes, Alan eats pussy great. See, I got flustered because I was focusing on.
Yeah, and there's the title of the episode.
Yeah, we
can
need
make
a
it a
towel
towel.
for
I'm
Myra.
actually going to change
That's
my
good
name
clickbait.
to that legally. I'm actually going to change my birth certificate to say that.
It's catchy, you know.
I think you just found your new career.
Yeah. No,
Myra's
yeah.
people's gonna reach out to you.
They,
get
they,
your books.
they might. I'm not kidding. They're a horny group of people.
Hey.
I've known them to reach out to a lot of different people. I would be careful.
I love it. I'm all about that human connection.
Just networking.
He's opening the portal, you guys. Go.
He's gonna be opening a lot of portals.
No, for real.
That's what we're
I've
calling
always
it now.
said I have an open portal.
They've
you
got
know?
at least 3 available for you.
Yeah. See?
No hole left behind.
No holes barred. No holes barred.
That's a good one.
That's gotta be used already.
I haven't heard it. Trademark it.
So after your comedy special, did you move into podcasting, or how was that transition?
Yeah, I had roommates in my apartment, and then like right before the pandemic, one of them moved.
How did you get rid of them? Oh my god.
So one of them, it kind of worked out, and this was kind of like, woo woo whatever. But I do remember being like, ooh,
Your uncle prayed.
my uncle prayed for me.
No,
I go-
he got the frosty again.
I go, Uncle Andy, I need these people to die. And he goes, I'm on it. No. I was just like, one of them moved back home for a bit. And then during the pandemic, and years before when I moved in, I was like, ooh, I wonder how this is going to shake out.
Yeah.
And it just worked out where I like did the math. I'm like, I can afford this place. It was in that time period too, during the pandemic, when like renters had like a little bit of power. And so I told my roommate that was still there, I go, hey, it'd be great if like I can afford this place now. It would be great. And we had talked about it too. I was like, I'll give you a month's rent whenever you're ready, but I would love for you to get out of here in like 6 months. But because of the time period that it was, and renters like she was out in like 3 days. I was like, that was a little fast. But so,
nice.
so I have all this room, and so I have this downstairs room, and it's like, it's like got wood paneling, and like it's like where I put like it's kind of got like a den vibe or something. I'm like, oh, this is a set basically. So I just sort of like started piece by piece, like getting some equipment here, and I'm like, I'm figuring it out, guys. So like, don't expect pyrotechnics when you check it out. But it's cool. It's got a nice vibe. It's like got a little set feel. And that's been fun. But yeah, I need to get you guys. You guys got to come over and do mine now.
Yeah.
Do you have like any podcast inspirations that like you look up to be like, okay, this is kind of what I want to strive for? Obviously, besides this one.
Well, you told my aunt. Yeah, I was going to say this. You know what? I've always liked. You know what I actually like right now is Daniel Tosh's show. And
it's pretty because he doesn't have famous people on.
He doesn't have famous, so it's like my wife's gynecologist, and then he just talks to like that for a while. So like I like that kind of stuff, and like I like stuff with like stand-ups and stuff too. Yeah. But I do kind of think, I don't know, like I've only had call-in guests, but the guests I've had, one is my friend who's a food scientist, who I literally reached out to her because I was like, I had ice cream sandwich questions.
Actually, me too now.
Well, because I was like, I hadn't had an ice cream sandwich in probably like 5-6 years, but for some reason it was really hot. I saw them at the store. I was like, give me one. So I bought them. But I took them, and then I was eating them, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like you always get your fingers get so messy. And so I was just like, what's the deal with that? And she like straight up explained why. You check it out. She explains why. But it's just because it's like, basically it's like, what that is like not really, it's like a cookie, or I'm sorry, it's like a cake on top of the ice cream. So it's like, if you were to touch cake, it would get on you. Because like that's how, if it's not like that texture, then if you bite into it, it'll smush the ice cream wrong, and then the ice cream will get all over you. So it was actually very interesting because I was like, I think I was high eating an ice cream sandwich, and I was like,
as you should be.
It's like, how does this work?
High questions are the best. I love high questions.
But so like, yeah, I like to have like, I would like to dip in more to kind of stuff like that, like people that I know that just do like different types of jobs or like whatever.
Yeah,
and, like,
I feel like a food scientist is like the people like working to put ice cream sandwich type flavors into tubes. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like,
yeah. When you said food scientist, I was like, what is I was like,
there's totally and so she's vegan too, so like she's like in that world, and then there's like there are people that like work on the like corporate side of it, where it's like part of it is like, how did they make the McDonald's French fry taste like the McDonald's hamburger, so that like when you eat one, you want the other one? It's like through like using chemicals and
that's tricky.
Oh yeah.
Also scary.
Yeah. But
there's people working. There's a whole field dedicated to doing this.
Oh yeah.
And also the fries never expire.
Gotta get the fuck out of
really?
America.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, they literally don't break down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They like do not.
It's scary.
Huh.
Like somebody like found like old fries like in their like jacket from old jackets.
Every once in a while you pocket a jacket. Hey, look, I've been known to take some salami out of the Delta Lounge and put it in my blazer pocket for a flight. Okay, I've done it before.
Interesting.
I like a little snack. I like a little loose meat snack. Okay,
loose meat.
All right. I get a little peckish on the plane. Yeah, I'm like, don't worry about it.
As long as it's not a hot dog.
Oh my god.
We're anti hot dog.
I'm recently, yes.
Okay.
After recent
What
discoveries,
happened?
I was sabotaged. I was sabotaged by a hot dog on this very podcast.
Oh where? Oh wow.
Somebody tried to take me down. Yeah.
Okay, we don't like that.
Yeah, I know. Just kidding. My friend had a hot dog on the podcast, and I took a bite of it, and I was like really hoarse from like coming back from Vegas and everything like that, just dry as hell.
Don't call yourself a horse.
All right. But I was really dry from coming back from Vegas, and it had like, it was what, from Steak and Shack or what? Steak and Shack?
Yeah,
A hot dog? Oh, from Shake
Shack, something like that. It had like
I would never order a hot dog. Well, whatever. Hey, whatever.
This guest was all about it.
And it was
Okay,
actually
all right.
really delicious.
It was good.
It
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think I might get one.
Yeah, good enough to die for.
All right.
but you got a.
Yeah, no, I literally, because there were like some crushed up onions on it, like some like crispy onions. I literally choked on it.
No shit.
And for like what, like 10 minutes? Like
It was at least like 5 minutes.
literally like 5 minutes straight. I was dying.
Well, I'm glad you
really
survived.
She tried to die. She tried to kill me.
Yeah.
She wanted the podcast.
That's a guilty.
She
hot
wanted
dog.
the podcast.
And she did. I feel like she was trying to take it from me by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, Myra, I just think it'd be so cool if you ate this not poisoned hot dog.
This is hot dog. There's nothing suspicious about it. Or
Yeah,
anything.
why
You
does it
wanna
have a
bite?
skull and crossbones on it?
Why are there like green like things coming up from it? I don't. There's flies swarming it. I don't. And I ate it, but it was actually really delicious. And I did like she offered another bite to me after I choked, and I wanted the other bite, but I was scared.
There's Florida. There's our Florida girl.
It's down under. But Chris wouldn't let me have the other bite. He's like, I don't want you to choke for 5 more minutes. I was like, it might be worth.
That's a good producer. That's a good producer.
And honestly, at this point in time, I think that we should start bringing like hot dogs just down here because I'm feeling a bit peckish. As you said, I mean not loose meat, but perhaps maybe like
Just have a bun around it.
Just let it roll around and then pick it up. Roll around. Get a little flavor.
Can you kick it to me?
Yeah.
To roll it? No.
Those hairs are garnishes.
Yeah. Crunch,
Garnish
little
is just
crunch.
as the fly in your martini.
There we go. Ooh, that was nice.
It's
I liked
all
that.
coming full
I liked
circle,
that.
baby.
Yeah,
Listen, I can go full circle.
I like that.
I'll do 360 all day.
So we're talking about your industry now.
We might be slowly walking into that.
That's great.
I might be being suggestive.
Yeah. We like suggestions.
I thought you didn't do improv.
Yeah.
I've been known to dabble.
Oh, have you? Dude, there's actually a lot of improv in porn. I didn't realize that was going to come up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I did improv in like high school twice, so it was okay. But no, there's actually a lot of improv involved in it, and I kill it every time, thank God.
Of course. Nice.
My co-stars aren't as lucky to be, theatrically, endeavored
Presence
as
of greatness.
I am. Huh?
Presence of greatness.
Yeah, and I would say that. No, but no, it's actually I really am thankful because I did theater like in 6th grade and like in 3rd grade and then in like all throughout high school, and it did improv too. Like they were like separate classes, and like for that I think that's why I'm okay at this and good at acting in porn. Yeah. People are like, oh my God, you're actually a good actress. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, who would have thought you can actually do good in porn?
Didn't you go to a performance arts high school or?
Okay, like it wasn't a performance art high school, but like it was like really all about the performance art. Yes, it wasn't.
Even just that reaction was so like, yeah, you're a performer.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
I was like, oh yeah, 3rd grade theater, definitely equal to porn, you know?
Yeah, no, dude, I'm qualified, okay?
It's all about listening, right? It's all about being present. And
My resume is fucking stacked, dude.
There you
3rd
go.
grade, I was in a play, I was dopey. It doesn't get any more experience than that. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, what more can I do? Like, win an Oscar? Done. For the play. No, I'm just kidding. So you're still figuring everything out with your podcast, right?
Yeah. But it's coming along nice, and we're having fun with it. I try to keep the episodes, especially when it's like just me,
Right.
like close to like 30 minutes. So it's not.
I know. I like
know?
a 30. I find that 30 minutes is the hot spot. I like a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes
yeah.
is pretty cool.
You really think so, Chris?
It's cool, yeah. Yeah, I like 30 minutes.
Interesting, because I do remember one time you let me go for like an hour and a half.
That was a good episode. I didn't want to
Sometimes
stop magic.
Yeah.
Stretch it out.
I mean, I do talk a lot. I'm a talkative person. Yeah. But so you're figuring everything out with your podcast. So what would you compare it to like now, like as it is?
Well, so it's kind of more, I guess it would be like a typical sort of like comedy podcast because I do it kind of almost like a show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I open up, we check in, here's what's going on the week. If we got new Patreons, I like welcome them, etc. And then I do like a section of jokes where I tell like maybe more topical type things, maybe newsy a little bit. And then I take voicemails too.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
323-457-0032. Right now, what I'm trying to get, if you guys know any incels, I'm trying to get incels to call
so
in.
many.
Yeah,
So,
I figured
yeah.
maybe so. Like, if any incels watching, please call in, ask for advice on your situations. You know, I'm just one man or whatever, but maybe I've learned a thing or two in my life. I can impart some wisdom.
Yeah.
But also the voicemail line is open for whatever. Like I really like the Finding My Audience title and everything. It's sort of like I'm like, what should this be? Like,
Right.
guys, help me out. Like, what do you like that I'm doing? I do
like
movie
that.
reviews. I'll do like I get a lot of like records, so like I'll like open the record and like talk about the record. But yeah, that's kind of like mainly what I've been doing. And then I got, these sort of fancy equipment shit, so now I'm like messing around with like doing robot voices and stuff. And we're having a lot of fun downstairs, is what I'm trying to say.
Downstairs in the basement.
Yeah.
It gets kind of crazy now. Playing
by myself downstairs, just like old times.
And if you were triggered by the word incel, you are probably an incel.
And you should give him a call.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being an incel. And call me, Allen Strickland Williams. I will get you laid, or at least a little kiss. A little kiss.
Sounds like a lawyer commercial.
I mean,
I will fight for you.
Yes, dude. The suit's really like putting it together too. Like I was like, I think he will fight for me. No, but you will cultivate a good amount of incels from this video. Hopefully,
Great.
I think.
Great.
I think, right? Yeah.
All are welcome.
Yeah. No, our fans are nice and they're not incels.
They're nice. You
They're
can be an incel. Be
I'm not
nice.
saying incel's bad. Yeah.
You don't have to. Like, I don't think being an incel is all bad. I think being like, well, okay. The thing is, pause. The reason why I say that is because I've noticed a lot of men labeling themselves as incels like shamelessly, and they're not usually bad people, especially when they title themselves as incels. Like when they're an incel and they know it and they're proud of it and they're okay with it and or actively trying to change it if they want to. I don't think they're that bad. Now, there is a side of incels who, like, they don't really know they're incels and they're, like, really bad people. You call them incel, they're like, I'm not a fucking incel.
Yeah, I guess there is a difference between calling yourself an incel and then someone calling you one.
Yeah.
It could be. We're not using it pejoratively.
They're like, this is our word.
Yeah. And I would like to define it however I'd like.
Okay, that makes sense.
Final thoughts?
No. Where can we find you?
I'm at Totally Allen on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Allen Strickland Williams on Instagram. Allen Strickland Williams on YouTube. I'm on TikTok at Totally Allen, I think. Or no, I think it's Totally Allen for everything except Instagram's Allen Strickland Williams. AllenStricklandWilliams.com. My address is, no, I'm just kidding.
Could you say it into the camera?
911 Emergency Boulevard, Fake City, California.
Nice.
42069.
They will pull up after those comments about the lesbian, ass skill. And you can find me everything at Myra Moans. You already know this. OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Myra Moans. Okay, all right. Awesome. Yay.
Thanks for having me, guys. That was really, really fun. That was really fun.
You.
Yeah, you guys are great. You guys are both great. Yeah.